Kailangan ho talaga nila yan dyan sa prosecution. Kailangan ho nilang ulit-ulitin yung kanilang mga ipipresenta dyan sa impeachment court. Dahil sila mismo diskumpiyado kung talagang tatagos yung mga aligasyon nila kay VP Sara. Dito sa video na to pag-usapan ho natin ang press con nitong asawa ni Stella Kimbo. Ang bihira. At nitong si Jinky Luistro. Parehas ho yan. Eto nung 19 Congress, nandito si Jinky Luistro. Pero nung 19 Congress, asawa nitong si Miro Kimbo ay yung appropriation chairperson ng nitong si Eddie Saldico. Kaya itong mama na to, isa ho siya talaga sa mga gumugusto na ma-impeach si VP Sara. Bakit? Malaki ho ang pananagutan. Marami hong dapat sagutin itong si Stella Kimbo kung bakit nagkanda hendot-hendot ang nakalipas na 3 budget ng ating bansa. Isang like at isang subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan at sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community, yung join button nandyan lang ho sa baba. Bago tayo magtungo dyan, pasadaan muna natin ito mga kababayan. Hindi yan, tapos na yan. Ito, dito tayo kay dito kay Ping Lacson, kay Marcos Jr. at dito kay Dick Gordon at dito kay Drilon, di ba? Ano ho sila ika nga nasa isang pahina ho sila pagdating sa mga nangyayari sa Senado. Kitang-kita naman, para dito kay Dick Gordon. Kung naduduwal ka, baka nasobrahan ka lang ng kain. Sabi nga ni Tatay Digong, 3 utot ka na. Yun ang bahan ni Tatay Digong eh. Hindi ko pa alam bakit na itong si Gordon hanggang ngayon banat pa rin ang banat. Ito kasi yung banat. Kitang-kita ho naman na talagang pagdating siya ng naratibo sa Senado, magkakasabot itong mga to. Di ba? Nagkakaisa ho sila doon sa naratibo na ang dignidad, nakakaduwal, bastusan na. Ano naman hindi naman tumatago sa ating mga kababayan. Ano sabi ni Ping Lacson? Noong May 29, 2026, toxic na. Nakakahiya na nga. Nako, nakakahiya na nga. Ito si Marcos Jr. Nagpe-personalan na talaga naman. Ito si Dick Gordon. Ito, dito ako bumilib kay Dick Gordon. Sabi ko ni Dick Gordon, nakakaduwal talaga. Nung nabasa ko to, sabi ko baka nasobran lang ng kain to si Dick, kaya naduduwal. Move on ka na sa parmali. Langya ka, move on ka na sa pagbanat sa ni Tatay Digong. Naging diehard Duterte haters. Ikaw pa naman pinupustura ni dating Pangulo Rodrigo Duterte na talagang mataas ang tsansa maging presidente. Pambihira ka para nung nabanatan ka na, nag-iiyak ka yan tuloy, natalo ka ng pagkasenador. Sabi naman nito si Drilon, bastusan na, nasa iisang pahina ho sila pagdating sa naratibo ngayon sa Senado. Alam naman natin, baka itong dalawang dating senador na to, itong si Drilon at itong si Gordon, baka marami silang kaibigan na nasasangkot dyan sa Maletagang. Kaya ganyan ho sila ngayong mga panahon na to. Lipat ho tayo mga kababayan. Ayan. Yan ang sinasabi ko mga kababayan. Teka lang, ba't gumagana ka? Yan, dito tayo, yan. Ito ang problema natin dito mga kababayan. Di ba? Ano nangyari? Hindi ba tanggap na sambayan ng Pilipino itong si Wing Gatchalian? Wala ba siyang nakukuhang traksyon sa sambayan ng Pilipino? Kaya ngayon, Ping Lacson, Senate President, hindi pwede si Soto, hindi pwede si magkapatid na Tulfo, hindi pwede itong si natural, si Lito Lapid, ayaw naman yan. Hindi niya naman kayang pukpuk doon sa taas, di ba? Hindi rin pwede itong si Wing Gatchalian, wala na. Last year show nila itong si Ping Lacson. Sang-ayon ho ba kayo? Comment nyo sa comment, babayan Sang-ayon ho ba kayo na si Ping Lacson ang pumalit dito kay SP Cayetano? Comment nyo sa baba. Diretso tayo dito sa nangyayaring bulahan ngayon dyan sa House of Representatives. Tanggapin nyo na kasi. Wala, hindi lulusot. Maging nga si Miro Kimbo, yang si Jinky Luistro, alam ho nila na wala ng impeachment. Gurgur na impeachment, di ba? Pero in fairness marami akong nakikitang safety net ng Bangag administration. Impeachment, tsa-tsa, pag di pumayag ang tsa-tsa, martial law. Ganun mo datingan Diba, kahit na siya, sabi ni Gubo, kahit na meron na nangyaring pag-uusap sa pagitan nitong si Xi at nitong si Trump, hindi pa rin tumitigil ang kaguluhan. Talagang kailangan nating maghanda. Kaya kung sakali man ng mga kababayan, bukas makalawa, mabalitaan tayo, nasa ilalim na tayo ng batas militar, hindi ko tayo magtataka dyan. Dahil talagang lahat kung pwedeng baliktarin yung mga dapat baliktarin, gagawin ho ng administrasyon na to. Gawin yung mga dapat gawin. Hindi lamang maging presidente si VP Sara. Kumbaga mas maigi nang nakahanda ang ating mga kababayan. Hindi tayo nagpapakalat ng fake news dito. Hindi tayo nagpapahaging ng kung ano pa man dito. Mas maigi ng handa at base sa ating nakikita, yan ho ang trajectory ng mga kaganapan sa ating bansa. Diba? Yun ang trajectory. Hindi ko sinasabi na yan ang mangyayari mamaya, yan ang mangyayari bukas. Pero base sa ating nakikita, dahil hindi gagana impeachment, hindi gagana tsa-tsa, doon ho sila sa ito na ho yung last card nitong si Marcos Jr. para mapigilan ang pagiging presidente ni VP Sara sa 2020. Yan lang naman ho, bottom line. Walang legasiya, period. Okay, Marcos Jr., walang legasiya, wala kang iiwan na legasiya sa sambayan ng Pilipino. Wala kang iiwang infrastruktura, wala kang iiwang seguridad, food security, o kung ano pa man. Wala kang iniwan mo yung legasiya mo pagdating sa maleta. Okay? Yun ang malinaw doon. Ngayon, ang tanging concern na lang ho talaga nitong mga to, hindi sila mapanagot sa mga kabalbalang ginawa nila dito sa kasalukuyang administrasyon na to. Kaya gagawin ho nila ang lahat ng kaya nilang gawin. Ang mga magagawa nila sa abot ng kanilang makakaya sa kapangyarihang iginawad sa kanila na sambayan ng Pilipino para hindi sila mapanagot sa mga kabalbalan nila sa flood control, sa ginto, sa paglilipat ng pera ng PhilHealth. Kaya nagkakasabot sila ngayong mga panahon na to para dyan sa mithiin na yan na hindi mo panagot yung mga dapat managot sa mga kapalpakan na nangyari dito sa kasalukuyang administrasyon. Biro Kimbo.
Welcome sa House of Representatives. Dapat kami wini-welcome nyo dahil lugar nyo ito ha. So maraming salamat po. Napag-utusan po kami ngayong umaga na makipagdaupang-palad po sa ating mga reporters, sa ating media, house media. Tatlong topics po tayo ngayong umaga. Yung sa akin po ay yung Kalinga Bill o ito yung framework for future oil.
Rekta impeachment tayo. Impeachment lang naman talaga target nyo dyan Yo! Rekta
Roscas
impeachment.
from UNTV.
Good noon po, Kongs. Kay Representative Luis po. Hanggang 7 p.m. po yung ibinibigay na deadline kay VP Duterte para po mag-file ng kanyang answer sa articles of impeachment. If ever po na isubmit niya yung kanyang answer, ano po ang reaction ng House Prosecution Panel?
Well, we will be welcoming the answer of the Vice President, no? Remember, ang mga allegation of offenses in the current articles of impeachment is almost similar to the allegation of offenses in the articles of impeachment back in the 19th Congress. Suffice it to say, ang tagal na po na naghihintay ng taong bayan ng kasagutan ng ating Vice Presidente. And even us, the 11 prosecutors, are looking forward to see the answers of the Vice President to this allegation of offenses. So for us, itong araw na ito, finally, makikita na natin ang kasagutan ng ating Vice Presidente. Let us recall that during the Justice Committee proceeding, wala po tayong nakuha.
Kaya pala maaga, mabilis pa siya alas 4, nagpapapress con ka. Dahil ang sagot ni VP Sara, ngayon nyo na makikita, maayos yan.
Ang responsive answer to the allegations of offenses. Those which were alleged in their answer are all constitutional issues which are still pending before the Supreme Court, no? Ang gusto po sana namin, which I believe ito rin ang inaasahan ng taong bayan, yung mismong kasagutan sa usapin ng threat, kasagutan sa usapin ng misuse of confidential fund, kasagutan dito sa usapin ng unexplained wealth and non-disclosure to SALN, at yung kasagutan din sa usapin ng bribery. Ang gusto po
Gets ko na rin. Kaya dapat din palang makulong itong si Senator Dante Marcoleta kasi nga isa siya sa mga matatalas dyan sa Senado. Kaya pala marami silang gustong ipakulong ngayong mga panahon na to dahil din sa impeachment na to. O paano yun? Ipagpalagay na natin, nabarubal yun na si BP Sara na mas matindi doon siya dyan sa ang tawag dito, Injustice Committee, wala pa rin boboto sa impeachment para ma-convict siya. Ang laki mo ng problema ng mga mga diehard Duterte haters.
sana natin answer which respond directly. Totoong tumutugon sa mga aligasyon na nilalaman ng articles of impeachment. And we believe na maging ang taong bayan ay matagal nang hinihintay ang kasagutan ng Vice Presidente.
Alright. Nung 19th Congress po kasi, sabi nyo nga po kanina, almost similar po yung complaint nung 19th Congress at saka ngayong 20th Congress. Does that mean, are you expecting a different answer from the camp of the Vice President?
We are hoping for a different answer, no? Kung babalikan nyo yung answer dun sa first impeachment complaint 19 Congress at saka yung answer sa Justice Committee dito sa current impeachment process, hindi na nagkakalayo. All issues of due process, constitutional questions, no? This time around, we are hoping na finally makita natin ano ang paliwanag ng Vice Presidente sa mga aligasyon na noon pang 19th Congress ay hinihintay na ng taong bayan.
What if ganun pa rin po ang response, questioning the process, the impeachment process in the House of Representatives? Ano pong magiging tugon nyo po? I-maximize nyo po rin po ba yung...
Them can decide what defense they will raise to the allegations of offenses, no? And our reaction to that will be to respond by way of reply to their answer and look forward to the conduct of the pre-trial conference and ultimately trial. Ang matagal na pong hinihintay ng taong bayan ay ang makita ang bawat ebidensya na sumusuporta sa mga aligasyon laban sa Vice Presidente at ito naman po ay mandato.
Siguro kung pinapanood nyo itong video na to, inaresto na itong si Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Base dito sa mga nababasa natin na naglabas na daw ng warrant of arrest para dito kay Senator Jinggoy Estrada ang doon sa kasong plunder. So doon sa graph merong bail, dito wala hong bail ito. Rektang kulungan ho itong si Senator Jinggoy dito sa isa na to. Ano ho talaga yan? Ika nga yan ho talagang plano nila na mabawasan yung majority para maagaw nila yung mga komite. Maagaw nila yung mga komite sa gayong paraan. Pero hindi balita ko, hindi pa rin nila basta-basta maagaw yung mga komite. Sana pagpanalangin nun natin mag-hearing ang Blue Ribbon Committee para once and for all matapos na ho ito
ng konstitusyon. So I hope magtuloy-tuloy na po at dumating na po tayo sa presentation of evidence, which is the meaning of trial. Pag sinabi natin pong trial, ilalatag na ang mga ebidensya. And on the basis of the presentation of that evidence, of course, the senator judges will be rendering judgment. And by judgment, dalawa lang po yan. It's either conviction or acquittal.
Yeah.
Our rule does not provide for remand. Our rule does not provide for dismissal. Our rule does not provide for clarification. Dalawa lamang po ang nakasaad sa rules of impeachment ng Senado. It is either conviction or acquittal, wala na pong iba.
Po yung reply niyo po? Hanggang sa June 8, i-maximize niyo po ba yung
I
deadline?
am inclined to file the reply until Friday. We're given 5 days from receipt of answer. So if today the answer will be received, the 5th day is supposed to be Saturday. And under the rule, if it is weekend or holiday, it should be the next working day. So ang 5th day namin or last day should be Monday no? Monday next week, no? But I am inclined to file it within the week.
Okay. Kung yung inabot na po sana sa inyo, impeachment trial calendar, yan na po ba yun?
Narinig ko yung kong Senate.
Sige po, bigyan po muna namin kayo ng time para magbasahin niyo po yan. Later na lang po. Thank you po.
Ba't nawala yung sounds? Ano nangyari?
The timeline that is provided in this document is actually almost the same nung naririnig natin sa news report. June 15 for pre-trial conference, no? Where we are supposed to submit also our pre-trial brief, no? Yung pre-trial brief po, parehas magsasubmit ang prosecution at saka ang defense. This is supposed to include our stipulations, list of witnesses, marking of documents, and whatever position we want to manifest before the start of the trial should be written there. No, in between the pre-trial conference and the issuance of pre-trial order, doon po dapat mangyari yung marking of exhibits, no? Kung lahat ng concerns during pre-trial ay ma-address, then the impeachment court is supposed to issue a pre-trial order. At ito pong pre-trial order na ito, this is binding to both the prosecution and to the defense, which means ito po ang masusunod during the trial. We cannot deviate from what is written in the pre-trial order issued by the impeachment court. Because I'm not sure if this is official. Is this official? Okay, regardless of the timeline na naririto, I am more concerned about the official notice which we're supposed to receive from the impeachment court. To this date, wala pa po kaming natatanggap na official notice. I am amenable to this because this timeline is consistent with the period for filing answer, period for filing reply, the conduct of pre-trial conference, but of course that July 6, if ever it will be reconsidered, it should be earlier and not later.
Thank you, Rose. We now recognize Marisol Abdurrahman from GMA7.
With what's happening now at the Senate, you have apprehension that it might affect the impeachment, lalo't nabanggit ka kanina ni Haji, sasabay pa siya sa investigation ng Senate Blue Ribbon.
Of course, there are always apprehensions, but nonetheless, liwanagin natin. Ang constitutional duty ng House is to present the evidence. Deciding on this impeachment trial is a judgment that rests upon the senator judges. Even the conduct of the trial is a duty that belongs to the Senate. That's why I am reiterating ready ang 11 prosecutors to appear. Kung kailan man ito mag-umpisa, we hope soon. As a matter of fact, we have concluded the process here in the House of Representatives. In as far as the House is concerned, we've been responding strictly to our constitutional mandate, no? And we intend to continue responding to the same, even during the trial. And we look forward na sana itong mga dates na lumalabas sa media, the June 15 pre-trial conference, the July 6 first schedule of trial, sana magtuloy-tuloy na because this is what the mandate, constitutional mandate provides.
No less than that, sister of the president, na Noel, do you share the same thoughts na parang diversionary tactic lang daw ito sa impeachment?
Yes, that is just a diversionary tactic, no? As a matter of fact, wala ngang discussion dito about the no election eh, 'di ba? So, our focus is simple. Legislation on the priority measures and preparation for the impeachment. Yung mga pronouncement ni Senator Amy, I don't know where she got that, but in as far as I am concerned, because I can speak only for myself, wala pong mga ganyang discussion dito sa House of Representatives.
Kong Miro, do you want to comment? Okay. We'll call now El Tobias from IBC 13.
Sound. Grounded lang po. Congresswoman and other congressmen and congresswomen, thank you for the panel today. Ma'am, asking this with all candor kasi may nakatutok ang publiko sa nangyayari sa Senado. Sound check. As I said, ma'am, I'm asking this with all candor. Hindi naman na po kasi sekreto na may mangyayaring impeachment trial pero few of the senators now face criminal cases. Most of which touches the same striking nature of corruption, which is the Vice President is being impeached for. My question po is, how do you gauge the moral ascendancy of these senators facing criminal charges touching corruption to vote with clear conscience in favor of accountability, ma'am?
Meron tayong famous legal principle. Actually, this is a constitutional right, no? The presumption of innocence until the contrary is proved beyond reasonable doubt. So regardless of the controversies surrounding members of the majority bloc, I still defer to their judgment in as far as the impeachment trial is concerned, no? We express our faith and confidence not only to the members of the majority but all the senator judges, because we appreciate the fact that if prosecution is a constitutional duty, hearing this impeachment case is likewise a constitutional duty on the part of the senator judges.
Thank you, ma'am. Follow up po. Last year, the 215 number in the House is already an overwhelming majority for us. But this year, it got 257 or 258 kung makakaboto po kayo. That's a striking number. Sabi nga po ng mga spokesperson ninyo, it represents almost the entire Philippines. But in the Senate, ma'am, sabi po ng mga legal analysts, mga batikan na sa larangan na nakakausap namin mga reporters ng mga karaang linggo, meron tayong
batikan.
impeachment trial na nakukulayan kahit hindi pa nagsisimula just because of their obvious loyalty to under any political family. But how confident are you, ma'am, na katulad na nangyari sa House ngayon, the Senate will be moved and the freshly printed paper of your evidences will cut deep enough to the conscience of the senator judges?
We can only speak in as far as the House of Representatives is concerned, no? They are the one, the impeachment court is the one which is in control of the impeachment trial. But let me remind the public that the sovereign Filipino people is keenly observing what is happening, no? Including everything that is happening in the Senate, no? So I hope that all of us will be very much conscious and sensitive in responding to our constitutional mandate, no? This is a constitutional process, a power that was given to the sovereign Filipino people. We are here only to represent the interest of the Filipino people, and I believe that this should happen because this is a mandate of transparency and accountability in the Constitution.
Last question from my end po. a recent Okta Research survey, ma'am, sent this morning lang po, said the support for Senate impeachment trial rose from 69% in March to 74% this April. Position highest in Mindanao at 41%, but in total, ma'am, 74% of the Filipinos said yes for the impeachment trial. Your reaction po?
Well, we welcome that survey, no? It only validates what we believe is the demand of the Filipino people now. At nakikita naman natin yon in what is happening around, na ang gusto talaga ng taong bayan ay magtuloy-tuloy itong impeachment
Yan.
trial. And this is
Yan yung mga taong bayan. Yan ang malulupit
what
eh.
accountability mechanism is all about. So we're happy and we welcome that 74% survey in favor of holding the impeachment trial.
Thank you, Earl. Kenneth Basilio from Philippine Daily Inquirer. Please proceed.
Yun, hello. Magandang tanghali po. Yung question ko po para kay Kong Jinky po, impeachment related. Ma'am, how will the prosecution panel reply to Vice President Duterte's response if she ever files a response? If she again seeks a dismissal of the case, as what happened last year?
Definitely, if there will be move or request towards the dismissal of the impeachment complaint, i-oppose namin yun. I said it earlier that the Senate rules on impeachment does not speak about dismissal. The rules neither speak about remand nor about clarification. Ang sinasabi lamang po ng Senate rules on impeachment, trial. And after trial, the judgment is either conviction or acquittal. So to your question, kung may motion to dismiss or if the allegations are tantamount to a motion to dismiss, we will definitely oppose that.
Yan.
Okay po. The Vice President has emerged as a top contender po for the presidency in 2028. Does she possess po ba the traits or qualities expected of a presidentiable?
That is why impeachment trial should happen. Because considering that she has pronounced already her intention to run for president in 2028, this impeachment trial will help the sovereign Filipino decide whether or not she deserves the faith and confidence of the electorate.
Yan.
In your opinion po, is she fit to be president given the corruption issues, constitutional violation issues hounding her? She was impeached twice over already. What do you think does that speak of her fitness to be the president?
Well, we understand that we've been expressing about the strong articles of impeachment against the vice president. I have reservation in as far as the defense is concerned. Wala pa tayong nakita even a single piece of their evidence. Wala pa tayong narinig even a single response to
Yan.
the allegations of offenses. So, to your question, I cannot answer that until and unless I've seen the defense presented by the Vice President.
Last question po. You are now the lead prosecutor po for the impeachment trial. Are you somehow motivated na nga rin beyond accountability measures na nga rin? Are you motivated to present the case to help the Filipino public to a judge if Vice President Duterte is fit to be president? Thank you.
I am not simply motivated. I am bound by my constitutional duty. As I've been saying, this is not a question of choice. Hindi po ito issue ng gusto ba namin o ayaw namin. we have no choice as a matter of fact. Because by constitutional duty, our option is only to proceed.
Are there any additional comments from our resource persons? Okay, kung wala, we will call Marian Enriquez from TV5.
Good afternoon po. Chair Luis, you mentioned po last week, I guess, na 25 na po yung mga testigo po na nasa inyong listahan, including hostile witnesses. Kasama po ba dito, no, na iniimbitahan natin during the 19th Congress din na lumabas sina Attorney Powa, Reynold Monsayak, and even Attorney Zulaika Lopez?
I cannot comment to that yet. The least I can say, we are considering to move for the issuance of subpoena to some officials of DepEd and OVP. But as to who these officials are, we cannot disclose them yet.
Kung hindi po nawawala rin yung ugong ng kudeta sa Senado, no? Yung possibility po na magkaroon ng change po sa leadership. Paano po yung nakikita yung epekto nito, lalo na kung ito pong lumabas na nakita nating schedule is, from yung current ngayon na leadership?
Well, ang sa akin naman, so long as hindi madidelay ang impeachment trial, it is not really a concern as to who are in the majority and who are in the minority, who will be presiding and who will not be presiding, no? I think the mandate of the Constitution is clear, trial forthwith. It does not speak about the change of leadership or the preference with respect to the presiding officer. And let us remember, constitutional duty ito. So regardless of the situation in the Senate, I hope that they will be conscious in
Constitutional
responding
duty.
to this mandate.
Constitutional duty nila na wasakin, siraan, di ba, si Bibi Sara, paratangan ng kung ano, no? Di ba, Baculaw? Talaga si Baculaw.
Sa inyo na rin po lahat na Kongs who want to answer, would you like to comment po doon sa force majeure remarks po ni Senator Robin Padilla? And kanina po, naglabas pa po siya ng bago na namang statement. He even said na iba talaga yung pangangatwiran ng genius, highest level ng pagkapiloso po. Sakali niyo na lang itanong ko si Senator Bato ay ayaw ba magtrabaho o hindi pinapayagan makapagtrabaho?
Yeah, I've always, I think it's not appropriate for us to make any comments on how the Senate conducts its self, in the same way that we expect them to respect how we conduct ourselves too. So we leave it to the better judgment of the senators.
Pero si Kimbo, hindi siya kups. Dito sa isang tanong na to, hindi siya kups.
Last na lang po from my end. Kung Miro, I understand you were also part of the House prosecution spokesperson. Spokes po kayo before during the Corona trial. Will natap po ba kayo to help with the panel, the prosecution panel?
I think everyone in Congress has been asked to participate because, as mentioned by Kong Jinky, by Chairman Jinky, is that this is really a constitutional duty. So, in particular, I think today the House has already chosen the best prosecutors that can be, and the best individuals who can speak on behalf. So they need very little help from all of us. But obviously, like I said, it's a constitutional duty, so we will pitch in whatever way we can. But frankly, from what we see already and how they're performing, they don't really need much help from us anymore.
Natap din po ba kayo to be spokes or,
Thank you, Ms. Marian. Actually, as I want to echo yung sinabi po ni Chair Kimbo, no, I think yung team na nabuo, they are already well-versed. Nakapag-aral na po sila. On our part po, kasi hindi lamang naman po impeachment ang focus na gusto natin. kami bilang part po ng Rules Committee, yun naman po ang assignment namin. Tutukan namin yung mga priority legislation, sundan po namin to make sure din po that bills that are important para po sa ating mga kababayan ay maipasa po namin. Especially, tutok po talaga kami sa lahat ng mga LEDAC measures para at least bago po mag-break, marami na pong accomplishments ang maire-report po ang House of Representatives.
Okay, we will take questions from Jill Sibandal of Billionario.
Check. Hello, Kongs. Good day po. Na-mention po kanina ni Kong Luistro about people. Gusto daw po ng sambayan ng Pilipino na malaman yung nasa loob ng impeachment trial. But we wanted to know po your reaction because nananatili pong mataas yung latest SWS survey po ni Vice President Sara Duterte compared to the -15 dissatisfaction rate ni PBBM. So ano po yung reaction niyo po about dito?
Well, for me, it only shows that even those people who believe with the Vice President are very much interested to know what is this impeachment trial, what this impeachment trial would bring, no? Kasi this is not just a concern of those who are against her. This is also a concern of those who are supporting her. Because remember, this impeachment trial have two possible scenarios. It's either conviction or acquittal. And by acquittal, the process will be able to clean the Vice President from all the allegations against her, no? So, how to reconcile that, the trust rating of the Vice President with the 74% who are in favor of the impeachment trial? This is my opinion. I believe that even those who supports the Vice President wanted this impeachment to clean her from all the allegations.
Thank you, Jill. Bibian Gulia from ABS-CBN2.
Good afternoon, Kong Jervil. Hi. Ma'am, earlier you mentioned that there are apprehensions amid the developments in the Senate. Can you specify lang po ano-ano po yung apprehensions na ito?
Apprehensions like what happened in the first impeachment back in 19 Congress, no? When it was remanded to the House of Representatives, and then later it was archived, and then ultimately it was declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court, no? Having that kind of experience during the first impeachment process, because I was part already of the prosecution team during that time. Of course, I cannot remove those apprehensions concerning the current impeachment process.
Do you see this possibly happening this time around again?
Possibility. Of course, we're acknowledging the possibility, but we are inclined to be more positive and forward-looking this time. Dahil nag-convene na naman ang impeachment court, they are considering some dates about pre-trial conference and trial. So, we wanted to believe na tuloy-tuloy na ito.
And then, meron pong, as mentioned earlier, merong mga cases na kinakaharap po yung ilang senator judges. How do you see this affecting the conduct of the trial? Dalawa po, so far.
Well, for me, I do not consider those cases against the senator judges as related in any way to this impeachment proceeding. Iba yun, no? Those are separate and distinct from this impeachment process. And as I have said, they have constitutional right to be presumed innocent until the contrary is proved. So, yung aming pagkilala sa mga senator judges, whether or not they have pending cases, should be the same. No? We express again our faith and confidence to all of them as the senator judges of this upcoming impeachment trial.
Yes, ma'am. But in terms of the numbers, kasi syempre, kailangan ng 16 votes to convict, 13 to have a quorum to hold trial. May epekto po ba ito?
Well, of course, alam natin yon na 16 ang kailangan to get a conviction, no? But that is beyond our duty already. As far as we are concerned, our constitutional duty is to present evidence. And it is for the senator judges to decide whether to acquit or to convict. But let us remind the public, we are aware that the sovereign Filipino people will be keenly observing what will be happening in this impeachment trial. And for us in the prosecution, we are aware that we are likewise responsible to the Filipino people in the same way that the senator judges will be responsible with regards to the decision that they will be making to this impeachment trial, no? We will be presenting evidence, and the decision of the senator judges should be aligned to the evidence that was presented or which will be presented by the prosecution. If the evidence is strong and the decision is acquittal, I think the Filipino people will be minding that because they are interested as well in this impeachment trial.
And then clarification on the target date of submission ng prosecution, ito pong answer to the, or reply to the Vice President's answer. Will it be accurate to say that the prosecution will submit reply ahead of the June 8 deadline? But Friday, you mentioned Friday kasi ma'am, I wonder if may office po ba ang Senate ng Friday, or do you target to submit it on Thursday?
Holiday ba sa Friday? Oh. Well, the least I can say, deadline for reply is June 8. Pero kung kakayanin, I would want it to be submitted earlier, possibly this week.
And then without naming the private prosecutors, can we know kung ilan po yung target ng prosecution na number of private prosecutors na i-enter sa Senate?
I cannot tell that yet, no? Kasi we're still evaluating, assessing the need for private prosecutors in as far as entering appearance is concerned.
Last question po sa ating House Assistant Majority Leaders. Yung relationship between the Senate minority and majority, last week we saw that the lack of quorum led to well, may mga nag-walk out, etc. So how do you see that affecting our LEDAC priority measures? Are you optimistic na kaya po itong matapos?
I wish. Sana maitawid natin yung mga LEDAC measures. I mean, these are circumstances that the public is keenly observing. I hope it doesn't stand in the way of work. We have to remember at all times we have to keep work at the center, and center is and work is really legislation. So there are LEDAC measures for a reason, because they're a priority of the executive and the legislature. So we're a meeting of the minds as to the importance of these bills, and so it's incumbent on both chambers to actually push legislation to make sure they're enacted.
Same, charot. Hindi, opo. So sana po, maging, para lang po medyo light tayo, no? Siyempre, lahat din po tayo nakaabang. At we trust po na our leaders will find a way para ma-resolve din po nila yung mga kaganapan po sa Senado. At syempre, kami po'y handa na lagi makipagtulungan po sa ating mga senador.
Ako is confident ako na pinakita ng House that we can perform both our constitutional duty relative to the impeachment, and at the same time our given mandate, our main mandate, which is to pass the legislation o mga batas na kinakailangan talaga ng taong bayan, na ipakita namin na kaya namin ipagsabay yon. So sa tingin naman din namin sa nakaraan is that the Senate has always been able to carry out and deliver its mandate. So nagtitiwala kami na kung base sa kasaysayan at base na rin sa nagagawa namin dito, ay magagawa din nilang magampanan yung legislative functions ng Senado. despite whatever situation that it may be going through, I think that the Senate has always come to fore and has always been able to establish that it can carry out these twin mandates.
Thank you, Vivian. From Net 25, Eden Santos is now recognized.
Kung Luistro, nabanggit niyo po kanina na you have faith and confidence sa mga senator judges. Does it mean po ba na walang mga panawagan na mag-inhibit yung mga senator na yung killing ay kay BP Sara?
We will not be doing that because we recognize their prerogative to participate and decide on this impeachment trial. If ever there will be inhibition, definitely it will not come from us. I don't know where it will come from.
Pero pwede pong magpa-inhibit if in case, hindi lang sa inyo manggagaling.
Well, I don't know because this is a constitutional duty. I don't think that inhibition will be proper here.
From 1 to 10 po, gaano tayo ka-confident na makuha natin dito sa impeachment trial ay conviction kung sinasabi ninyo na may dalawang senaryo nga, either ma-convict or ma-acquit?
Hindi po natin masasagot yan hanggat hindi po natin nakikita ang ebidensya ng depensa. Remember, wala pa po tayong naririnig na sagot na tumutugon talaga dun sa allegation of offenses. In the same way, wala pa po tayo nakikita ni katiting na ebidensya galing po sa defense team.
But based on your own evidence, hindi po ba kayo confident na ma-convict ang BP?
You know, in a trial, it is always two-way. May prosecution at meron ding defense. We need to see the defense.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Eden. Before we conclude, are there any remaining or final questions from the media? If none, we will hear the closing remarks of our resource persons. Jinky.
Tingin ko naman ang pinapakita sa araw na ito, especially sa last week ng regular session ng 20th Congress, ay pinapakita ng House of Representatives sa pangunguna at pamumuno ni Speaker Bogie D na kaya naming gampanan yung iba't ibang functions na ipinapataw sa amin ng saligang batas. Patuloy kaming inaararo ang lupa para lumabas ang mga tamang tanim pagdating sa legislation at nakikita natin na for various issues na talagang kinakailangan ma-address, whether in terms of the economy, whether in terms of yung karapatan ng mga ordinaryong mamamayan, transparency and accountability ay ginagawa namin. Yet at the same time, ginagawa rin yung constitutional duty pagdating sa Article 11, Section 2 ng Saligang Batas on impeachment. So, yun ang tingin ko parang gusto nating mai-report sa taong bayan na you have a functioning and working Congress at regardless of how many things that will be going on at the same time, we will never shirk and we will never shy away from our responsibility and carrying this out, especially under the leadership of Speaker Bogie D. So sa inyo lahat po, magandang umaga. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. Gusto lang ulitin pasalamatan ng ating guest, House Committee on Justice Chairperson and Batangas 2nd District Representative, Attorney General Jinky Beatrix Luistro, Ways and Means Committee Chairperson and Marikina 2nd District Representative, Attorney Miro S. Kimbo, House Assistant Majority Leader and Bataan 1st District Representative, Attorney Antonino B. Roman III, and House Assistant Majority Leader in Bulacan 5th District Representative, Attorney Agata Paula Agay Cruz, for joining us this afternoon. To everyone, maraming salamat po. Magandang tanghali.